Private Basic. This rank is awarded upon successful completion of basic military qualification training. Soldiers at this level have finished their foundational military training and are now beginning their occupational or trade-specific instruction. The insignia remains blank, displaying only their regimental abbreviation at the bottom. Private Basic soldiers are learning the technical skills required for their chosen military occupation, whether that be infantry tactics, artillery operations, logistics management, or communications systems. They continue to work under close supervision, but are now transitioning from general recruit training to specialized professional development. This rank typically lasts several months as soldiers progress through their occupational qualification courses and demonstrate competency in their assigned trade. Private Trained. This rank represents a fully qualified soldier who has completed both basic training and occupational training. The insignia displays a single inverted chevron, marking the first visible rank distinction. Promotion to Private Trained requires successful completion of Qualification Level 3 training and approximately 30 months of total service. These soldiers are now functional members of their units, executing specialized tasks within their trade with reduced supervision. They participate actively in field exercises, maintain trade-specific equipment, and contribute meaningfully to unit operations. Infantry soldiers conduct patrols and defensive operations, artillery soldiers operate gun systems, logistics soldiers manage supply chains, and communications soldiers maintain critical information systems. This rank transitions soldiers from trainees to competent military professionals, though command authority over others remains absent. Corporal. This is the first non-commissioned officer rank with legal authority to issue lawful commands. Corporals supervise small teams of 2 to 4 soldiers, ensuring task completion and maintaining discipline within their sections. The insignia displays 2 inverted chevrons, clearly distinguishing them from junior ranks. Promotion typically requires completion of Qualification Level 5 training, demonstrated leadership ability, and 4 to 6 years of service. Corporals are responsible for the initial training of team members, enforcing safety protocols during operations and exercises, managing equipment accountability, and making tactical decisions within their scope of authority. They specialize in areas such as combat operations, logistics coordination, or technical support. In infantry units, corporals lead fire teams during tactical operations. In artillery, they serve as gun detachment commanders. This rank represents the first major leadership responsibility in a soldier's career. Master Corporal. This is a senior non-commissioned member appointment with authority over all corporals and privates. The insignia shows 2 inverted chevrons below a maple leaf, signifying elevated status. With typically 8 to 12 years of service, Master Corporals supervise sections of 8 to 12 soldiers, coordinate activities with other section leaders, and mentor junior corporals in leadership techniques. They enforce discipline across their sections, ensure equipment maintenance is completed properly across multiple teams, and make tactical expertise during operations. In infantry units, Master Corporals function as section second in command, ready to assume leadership if the section commander becomes incapacitated. Promotion requires completion of Qualification Level 6 training, successful graduation from the primary leadership qualification course, and competitive selection. Master Corporals are often referred to informally as Jack within Canadian Army units, reflecting their position as the senior corporal. Sergeant. This is the senior non-commissioned officer rank and the highest position in the junior NCO category. Sergeants command sections of 8 to 12 soldiers, holding complete responsibility for their training, discipline, welfare, and operational effectiveness. The insignia displays 3 inverted chevrons below a maple leaf. With 12 to 15 years of experience, sergeants plan small unit operations independently, conduct formal performance evaluations for subordinates, and maintain strict equipment accountability. They make real-time tactical decisions during operations, communicate detailed situation reports to higher headquarters, and translate complex operational orders from officers into executable tasks for their sections. Sergeants manage soldier morale during difficult operations, ensure readiness standards are maintained, and serve as the primary interface between officers and enlisted personnel. In combat operations, they lead from the front, making split-second decisions that directly affect mission success and soldier safety.
Warrant Officer. This rank marks entry into the warrant officer cadre with substantially increased responsibility and prestige. The insignia consists of the St. Edward's crown worn on the lower sleeve. With 15 to 20 years of service, warrant officers serve as company quartermaster sergeants or platoon warrant officers, supervising comprehensive training programs for platoons or companies of up to 100 soldiers. They manage equipment inventories worth millions of dollars, coordinate complex logistics for large formations, and advise officers on technical matters and soldier welfare. Warrant officers conduct formal counseling sessions with subordinate NCOs, investigate serious disciplinary incidents requiring command attention, and oversee maintenance programs for vehicles and weapon systems. They are technical experts in their trades and serve as the senior enlisted advisor to junior officers. Their experience and judgment are invaluable during operations, where they balance tactical requirements against soldier capabilities and equipment limitations.
Master Warrant Officer. These senior leaders serve as primary advisors to company commanders on all enlisted matters. The insignia features the crown within a laurel wreath, denoting exceptional experience and leadership. With 20 to 25 years of service, Master Warrant Officers hold positions such as Company Sergeant Major, overseeing 100 to 200 soldiers across multiple platoons. They enforce discipline standards across subunits, coordinate multi-platoon training exercises, and supervise warrant officers and senior NCOs. They manage administrative functions, including personnel reporting, equipment tracking systems, and logistical coordination. During operations, they coordinate battalion-level logistics support, establish base camp operations during deployments, and ensure combat service support reaches forward units. Master Warrant Officers represent enlisted concerns and welfare issues to officers at company and battalion levels. When necessary, they serve as acting company commanders, demonstrating their comprehensive understanding of both tactical operations and administrative functions. Chief Warrant Officer. This is the highest non-commissioned rank in the Canadian Army, serving as the senior enlisted advisor to battalion or brigade commanders. The insignia displays the Canadian coat of arms on the lower sleeve, signifying the pinnacle of enlisted achievement. With 25 to 35 years of service, Chief Warrant Officers hold positions such as Regimental Sergeant Major in units of 500 to several thousand soldiers. They advise commanders on critical matters including morale, discipline, welfare, and overall unit readiness. Chief Warrant Officers conduct formal inspections of subordinate units, review serious disciplinary cases requiring command attention, participate in promotion boards for senior NCOs, and coordinate with command teams on annual training calendars and resource allocation decisions. Officer Cadet. This rank is assigned to individuals undergoing officer training at the Royal Military College of Canada or through other commissioning programs. The insignia shows one pip above a white band, distinguishing candidates from commissioned officers. Officer cadets learn leadership principles, tactical doctrine, military ethics, and academic subjects required for their future roles. They participate in rigorous training exercises and intensive physical fitness programs designed to prepare them for the demands of commissioned service. Officer cadets hold no command authority and are never addressed as sir or ma'am, as they have not yet received their commission. The training typically spans 4 years at the Royal Military College or shorter periods for other commissioning routes before graduation and commissioning to Second Lieutenant. Second Lieutenant. This is the first commissioned officer rank awarded upon successful completion of officer training. The insignia displays one pip on the shoulder board. Second lieutenants rely heavily on their platoon warrant officers for technical advice and practical guidance, learning to balance mission requirements against soldier welfare and capabilities. This rank typically lasts 1 to 2 years as officers prove their competence and leadership ability before promotion to lieutenant. Lieutenant. This rank is awarded to officers with proven platoon leadership experience and 2 to 4 years of commissioned service. The insignia consists of 2 pips on the shoulder board. They mentor second lieutenants and officer cadets, passing on lessons learned from their own early command experiences. Lieutenants may serve as company second in command when captains are unavailable, giving them exposure to company-level operations. Captain. This rank represents officers commanding companies of 100 to 200 soldiers or serving in critical battalion staff positions. With 5 to 10 years of service, the insignia displays 3 pips on the shoulder board. Captains bear full responsibility for company training, discipline, and operational effectiveness. They develop comprehensive annual training plans, allocate resources including personnel and equipment across multiple platoons, and conduct performance evaluations for officers and senior NCOs. Major. This is the lowest field-grade officer position, held by officers with 10 to 15 years of service. The insignia consists of the St. Edward's crown on the shoulder board. Majors command specialized companies or serve as primary staff officers at battalion or brigade headquarters. As operations officers, they coordinate tactical plans across battalions of 500 to 1,000 soldiers, synchronizing maneuver, fires, intelligence, and logistics. During operations, majors often serve as battle captains, managing tactical operations centers that control battalion or brigade operations 24 hours per day.
Lieutenant Colonel. This rank is assigned to officers commanding battalions of 500 to 1,000 soldiers or serving in senior brigade staff positions. With 15 to 20 years of service, the insignia shows 1 pip below the St. Edward's crown. Staff lieutenant colonels serve as chief operations officers or logistics directors at brigade level, synchronizing activities across multiple battalions and ensuring brigade combat power is sustained. Colonel. This rank is held by officers commanding brigades of 3,000 to 5,000 soldiers or serving at division headquarters. With 20 to 25 years of service, the insignia displays 2 pips below the St. Edward's crown. Staff colonels serve as directors of operations or logistics at division headquarters, advising generals on policy matters and contributing to strategic planning. During operations, brigade commanders synchronize multiple battalion operations across wide areas, coordinate with civilian authorities when necessary, and maintain relationships with allied forces operating in the same area. Brigadier General. This is the first general officer rank held by officers commanding brigades or serving at Army headquarters. With 25 to 30 years of service, the insignia consists of 1 maple leaf beneath crossed sword and baton surmounted by the crown, worn on the shoulder board. Brigadier generals command brigades during deployments, coordinate major exercises involving thousands of personnel, and represent the Canadian Army internationally at conferences and combined training events. Staff brigadier generals serve as directors of major functional areas at Army headquarters, such as operations, personnel, or logistics, translating national defense strategies into executable plans and programs. Major General. This rank is held by 2-star officers commanding divisions of 10,000 to 15,000 soldiers. With 30 to 35 years of service, the insignia displays 2 maple leaves beneath crossed sword and baton with crown. Staff Major Generals serve as deputy commanders at Army headquarters, coordinating all functional areas including operations, intelligence, logistics, and personnel. They participate in NATO planning committees and coordinate with allied nation military leaders on combined exercises and operations. Lieutenant General. This is the 3-star officer rank commanding Army-level organizations or serving as Deputy Chief of Defense Staff. With 35 to 40 years of service, the insignia consists of 3 maple leaves beneath crossed sword and baton with crown. They serve as commander of the Canadian Army, responsible for all personnel, training, operations, and equipment across the entire service. They manage the Army's entire budget, spending billions of dollars, establish doctrine governing all training and operations, and participate in NATO military committee meetings with allied nation military leaders. General. This is the highest rank in the Canadian Armed Forces, typically held by the Chief of Defense Staff. With 40 or more years of service, the insignia displays 4 maple leaves beneath crossed sword and baton with crown. This officer serves as the senior military advisor to the Minister of National Defense and Prime Minister, commanding all Canadian Armed Forces personnel across Army, Navy, and Air Force, approximately 95,000 members total. They participate in cabinet meetings on national security, brief Parliament on military operations and readiness, coordinate with NATO leadership on collective defense, and oversee major equipment acquisition programs worth billions of dollars. Their decisions affect national security, international commitments, and the welfare of nearly 100,000 Canadian Armed Forces members. Thanks for watching. Which rank do you think carries the most responsibility relative to its position in the hierarchy? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to like and subscribe if you found this breakdown valuable.